All right, guys, good morning. Happy Sunday. All right, so go ahead and bust out your planner. If you don't have your planner, if this is your first planning Zoom with me, can you drop it in the chat so we can welcome all of our new planners? But if you guys have, yay, hi guys, hi Mindy. So excited for you guys to be on. This is basically a very hands-on work with me, but in a planning form. So this is where we're going to kind of plan our content. We're going to plan what we need for our business, what we need for our life, everything kind of all together so we can try to make sure that it's as balanced as possible. So if you don't have a planner and you prefer to just kind of write on a piece of paper, that's totally fine. I plan a lot of times just on a piece of paper, and then I put it into my planner because I like to scribble, and I like my planner to be as neat as possible. And you'll notice as you start planning, your weeks become easier to plan because it's just the same consistent routine, right? So first and foremost, we are going to put in the work with me schedule because these are so important, you guys. These are honestly the best things to do for yourself and for your business. Jumping onto these work with me's is going to hold you accountable. It's going to let you learn tips and tricks from other leaders. That's exactly what it is leaders coming on, working with you. You get a solid round of IPAs in for your business. So you guys, if you want accountability, if you are struggling and accountability is what you need, this should be your accountability partner, these work with me's. So if you ever wonder where anything is at schedule wise, I'm under Lynn's. So Lynn's is I'm personally enrolled to Lynn's. And so I'm in the Limitless chat and also hustling team page. So at the top under announcements is where they normally put everything. So in Limitless, I know we have a graphic. She also sends it out. So if you ever need to refer back, you can refer back to that. And we're going to go through and put in the work with me schedule. This doesn't normally change, you guys. So it's very consistent, which I love. I'm all about having established things. It's less for me to think about. Okay. Sorry, you guys. I'm trying to get the waiting room in too. So the work with me's are going to be Eastern Standard Time. So please adjust if you are in a different time zone. Unfortunately, I can't do all that calculating for you to let you know. So these are Eastern Standard Time. The second thing, they're going to be on this Zoom ID that you guys just popped in on. So in case anybody is wondering, they're Eastern Standard Time, this Zoom ID. So on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, we have 10 a.m. work with me's. So Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 10 a.m. work with me. Okay. And then on Tuesday and Thursday, we have 8 p.m. work with me's. So Tuesday and Thursday is 8 p.m. work with me. I love seeing all your faces. Okay. So now we have all of the work with me's in our planner. So you guys, if you don't plan on showing up to them or you can't show up to them, I say this every single week, make your own work with me time. There are a ton of recordings. Lindsay has recordings on her YouTube channel. If you go and you search in the Limitless page or the Hustling page and you search for work with me's, you will find different work with me. So if you are somebody that needs that accountability, go and turn on a previous work with me and just do it as if you are live with them, right? That's going to be where you get disciplined. So if you can't get on a live one, go and do a recording one. So the next, what we're going to do is going to put in the different Zooms that we have. Now, y'all, I know we have many different 200K. So this, you guys might be coming from a different 200K. Lynn's is mine. So there are different Zooms, right? Every team has kind of their own Zooms and all that. And I wish I could go over them all, but I can't. So I know M was kind of putting something together that had every Zoom. So this way, in case you want options, you have them. I'm going to just use the limitless ones. This way it's easier for me. And then you can kind of branch out according to your 200K and so on. So 9 p.m. on Mondays is Lynn's downline training. Anybody is welcome to that. And that's on this Zoom link right here. So 9 p.m. On Thursdays at 9 p.m., Christina Brill, she's one of our 80K leaders. So on Thursday at 8 p.m. is her team training that anybody is welcome to. And that is on Zoom link 576-789-8888. Yes, we do have a lot of babes on today. I love it. Starting this new year off with some fire. And then on Sundays, 11:30 a.m., planning right here. All right. So now we have our work with me's in and we have our Zooms in. Now, y'all, I know this is the second today, so we're planning for the third, and some of you may not have already gotten your monthly goals together. So I just want to touch on this really quick. I want you guys to really get organized on what your month goals are. What are your month PPA goals or weekly PPA goals? What are you trying to push for this month? What volume would you like? You don't have to always be a 4K, 12K, 40K. You can make up your own volume amount that you're pushing for, right? So, keep that in mind too, you guys. If it's in a set amount, like for me, I write down a certain credit card that I want to try to pay off every single month, or an amount that I want to pay off towards my credit card debt. So I write that down every single month of what I'm working towards. I have PPA goals that I'm working towards. I have personal goals. Make sure you have your personal goals in there too. We have Ultimate Thriver going. So I don't know about you guys, but I entered and I took my photo and I was like, what? Okay. Keith took my photo and I was like, all right, let's hike these pants back up and hide all that's under there, because I got to work on getting me some abs and a butt, but it's fine. So for me personally, I have personal goals, right? Health goals that also do tie into my business. And then I have book goals. What do I want to read or podcast or listen to or focus on? So what are you trying to read, listen, focus on? If you need help enrolling or you need help with conversations, maybe this month you really take time to go in our team pages and dig into all of the trainings on that specifically. If you need help with sampling, maybe that's where you're going to really dig into, is really getting bold on sampling and finding different types of trainings on sampling. Every single month, you guys, you can work on an area of your business that maybe isn't your strongest point and make it better, right? So what are you going to focus on? So really getting your 2022 goals all together. I hope you guys did a vision board. If you didn't, I really suggest this next week getting one together. Get something on something. It doesn't have to be fancy. It doesn't have to be pretty. It can be a piece of freaking paper, whatever. Write down your month goals. And then right now I want you guys to break down, what are your weekly goals? What is your goals for this week? Right? So what is your weekly goal and what is your main focus going to be for this week? So I'm going to go ahead and mute myself so we can write that down. And then what we're going to do is we are going to plan into our goals. So if you have sample goals, if you have to get out a certain amount of reels this week, if you have a PPA goal or a amount of money that you want to enroll new, like 500 new PPA, right? Whatever it may be. We're going to then plan into our goals. So make sure you have your goals written down in your calendar. All right. My eye is twitching. I'm a hot mess over here, y'all. Hot mess express, but that's okay. Okay. So now what we're going to do is we are going to plan for our weeks, and everybody is going to be different. And this is going to be structured different according to you and how much you post and so on. So for example, if you are somebody that posts 7 reels a week, that's awesome. Obviously you're posting a reel a day. If you have not gotten into reels, you guys, I have done so much reading over this last like holiday time when I spent a lot of time with my family and I didn't want, I was just chilling on my phone. Not that I didn't want to be with my family. I did. Let me correct myself. This is recorded. I don't want anybody coming back at me. So just putting that out there. Reels are the way it's going to go. I also read that IGTV is kind of becoming a phase out. And they are really going to be focusing on short videos, meme style things on Instagram. So you guys, if you are not doing reels, it's going to just keep popping off in 2022. So you need to start doing those short videos. You need to start doing those reels. You need to start getting in your stories face to face, that sort of thing. People want real. That's what I keep reading. People want real, authentic you. They don't want the perfectionism. They don't want the like perfect everything. They want real and they want to be able to relate. So keep that in mind, you guys. When you are posting, keep those things in mind. Are you real? Are you relatable? Right? Post from your heart, tell your story. How do you plan your PPA goals? Like I want to hit 4K and haven't signed a promoter yet. So should I work, assume as signing promoters or just as customers or both? So I personally, yes, bring value, Leah. Thank you. I personally would focus on getting both of them. They're both as equally important, building your team as building your customers. You guys, Lindsay always says this, you can have a powerhouse of customers. I know that because I am more customer based for myself. So for me personally, I was enrolling massively on customers. And then all of a sudden I thought I needed to massively enroll promoters and I just like threw stuff in the wind. And then I was like, Lindsay, why are my customer enrollments going down? What happened? She's like, you stopped doing what you were doing and switched focus instead of just adding to. So they're both both equally important, you guys. But if you right now, like you may be in a point where your business where you have the customers on lock and you enroll and so on. So now you need to step up in that promoter side, right? Or maybe you are a mass promoter enroller. So now you need to keep that momentum, but just step up the customer side. Maybe you're not talking about the products enough in your stories. Maybe you're not talking about the products enough in your posts. When's the last time you did a reel about a product? Or if you're customer heavy, when's the last time you did I'm wearing 2 DFTs. No, I did not know that. I need all of this today. So I clearly never took off my DFT from yesterday. Cool. I'm going to just snap that off real quick. Thank you for pointing that out. Hot. So if anybody ever asks, I am a product of the product, y'all. I am a product of the product. Okay. Thanks, Michelle. Okay. So maybe that's why I was feeling all off. I'm getting so much vitamins. I'm not used to it. Woo! I'm getting hot and sweaty, y'all. So, maybe you need to focus on both of them. Okay. So when you're setting your PPA goal, maybe it's just to enroll 2 people. So maybe your PPA is 2. Maybe your PPA volume amount is 300, right? That could be 1 promoter on pack and 1 customer on a 3-step. You'd actually be over the 300. So you don't have to go crazy with that when you're setting your PPA goals. Your PPA goals could easily be the 200. You could also focus on doing a VIP like 1600 or a VIP 800. So focus on trying to enroll 2 customers and then 2 promoters on pack, right? And focus on that 800. All right. So let's go ahead and dive into now planning our content for the week. So like I was saying, everybody's planning and content is going to be different. So I'm going to kind of give you guys some a little bit of guidance and then let you go on your own. I'm going to mute it. If you have questions, you can let me know. And then you're going to just kind of plan for the week. So personally, I try to get a reel out every single day. That is my most important thing on my list, is to try to get a reel out. I use my reels as TikToks, and I use my same reels or TikTok on Facebook Reels. So for me, I do a lot of the same all on all three platforms. So it's not working harder. I'm just working smarter, right? So for me, getting those out is one of my most important things, followed by posting, because reels are going to hit a lot of new people. Your posts are going to hit a lot of people that are already on your feed. So you're already posting to Facebook. So keep in mind, you guys, like on Facebook, reels is a whole different part of Facebook than your post. So if you go and just post a reel on Facebook, your network may not see that. It's not on your timeline anywhere. It's a very different, they have it, obviously laid out very differently. So, personally, I try to get 7 reels out a week, right? A reel a day. I try to post every single day. I try to do that. And then being in my stories. So for me personally, when I'm trying to figure out, I set my week up like that. I want 7 reels. What am I going to talk about? Am I going to talk 3 of them about the product, 4 of them about the opportunity? I'm going to throw in some personal ones in there. I like to have some funny, real ones in there too, so people get to know who I am. Because remember, people buy you, right? So don't forget to not show your personality. Don't forget who you are. Make sure you're still showing up as you. So that's what I do. I put reels, how many I want, and then I decide how many product ones I want, how many opportunity ones I want, and if I want personal ones. I decide how many posts I'm going to do, right? So for me, it's 7. Maybe for you, it's going to be 7, and maybe you're only going to do 2 reels. And then I decide how many posts are going to be about the products, how many posts are going to be about the opportunity, right? What's on my heart this week? What am I pulling off of my 5s? Am I going to run my own promo? You guys think about this. Do you have credits? Are you going to run your own promo? So that's something that you can also post about too. So then what I do is I then go into my planner and I decide on Monday, my reel is going to be about a product. My post is going to be a zinger. On Tuesday, my reel is going to be about the opportunity. My post is going to be about the products. Now you can get really specific and say, my product is going to be about the energy post. My opportunity reel is going to be about the cash bonus. I personally keep it generic because I like to basically when I hear a song or a sound, sometimes it will pop off and I'll be like, ooh, okay, I'm going to do it about this. So that's personally what I like. A zinger is like a 1-line punch confidence, just bam, in your face, laying it all out there. If anybody has a better description of a zinger, that'd be great. I'm still working on getting better at the zingers. It's just if you were to think a boss babe quote on Pinterest, to me, that's what a zinger is. So it could be I know that this is one, I like my vitamins, I like my people, non-toxic or something like that. I think I've seen people post something like that. So that's kind of like a zinger, boom. Or like a body by Thrive. Yep. Yes. Thank you, Ashley. Tell me the vitamins don't work with a before and after photo, that sort of thing. So it's just very a confident 1 to 2 liner. Or if you're like me, 4 to 5, but that's actually very good. Okay. Because I'm normally a 20 liner. So working on it. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and mute myself. Now start to plan your content for the week. Plan your reels, plan your posts. We'll talk about stories in a minute. I'll go ahead and mute myself for about 5 minutes. Is planning at a different time next week? No, it should still be the 11:30, you guys. I will be in Florida. I'm pretty sure I'm still going to do the planning Zoom. I'm trying to make sure that I can block out that time. If not, I will see if somebody can cover it, or I will put out a recording. So you will still have something next week, but I will be at the retreat and then being done with the retreat. I'm actually leaving for Florida in like 2 days. So I'm doing a very long trip with my parents. So I'm just trying to work out and make sure that I can block that time off. If you guys have any questions about planning your content, drop them in the chat. I will keep my eye on it. But otherwise, let's get organized and planned. I'll show y'all real quick, just sorry, because I know some people like to see things. So my planner personally has like these lines right here with check mark boxes. And then I have open space, so line check mark boxes. So what I have is I have like my IPAs at the top with what my focused one is. I have an R, so that's my reel, and then I write what it's going to be. I have a P for my post. I write what that's going to be. And then I have an S for my stories, and I write what that's going to be. So do you see that's how I lay out every single day? And then I just have my check mark boxes so I can check it off. So in case anybody likes that. Michelle, I'll message you about the planner. But this one was from Michael's. Okay, so just going to answer some of the questions. So every day, no, so I don't do a zinger every single day. I add them in. So I do product ones, stories. Sometimes zinger is a product zinger, like that was mentioned, like tell me the products don't work with a before and after, or I like my products, like I like my people, non-toxic, that sort of thing. So like sometimes my zingers are related to products or like that. So Lindsay does have some like trainings, especially when it comes to zingers and so on. So just search in the team page and you'll be able to see those in there. Oh, thank you, Abby. Abby says to the moms out there, trying to keep everything organized. She found a very good planner. I love it. So the Zoom meetings can be found at the top of the announcements page in the team pages. Missy, let me know if you can't find them this way, then I'm just not over like repeating them. All right. So how are we feeling, you guys? Do we have ourselves kind of planned for the week? Are we feeling good? Do we have our product store, our posts ready, our reels ready? We know what we're going to be talking about every single day. So I lead heavy with the product and the business, and my personal is secondary. So it may be like 3 product, 3 business, 1 personal reel. It may be like 2 product, 4 business, 1 personal. It may be 2, 3, 2, right? It just depends. But I try to lead with the products and with the business. So if you're doing reels and you're posting, keep in mind, you guys, like if you're doing 7 reels a week and you're doing 7 posts a week, you have 14 different messages, let's just say, going out to your network. So having having one sprinkled in there that are of you and your life and showcasing and just being who you are, you could have 10 Thrive posts all together and 4 personal, and you are still heavy on the product, on the opportunity, but still being able to get personal and showcase that. So I have a lot of people that are always like, I just feel like that's all I post is Thrive. Like, okay, that's where I'm saying you have to just start to be you, right? Share about you, share about your kids, share about what this opportunity will offer with being able to be maybe home with your kids more. Maybe you are working for the time freedom. Maybe you're working for the debt freedom. Talk about your debt, talk about paying off your debt, that sort of thing. It can be like just anything. Yes, Sharecase your debt-free journey. You guys, I have been really, why are you? It's like I have a big kid right here walking outside in bare feet in snow. Okay, this is just the way it is. Thank you. So I have been really focusing on talking about my debt and about paying off debt and my debt-free journey and credit cards. And you guys, it is very relatable. And the more I open up, the more people I have in my inbox, like I could use a little bit of extra money to pay off my debt, right? So find what your thing is and talk about it, and don't be ashamed about it. So for me, I had to look back and say, like, who is Christina? I've struggled with credit cards my whole entire life, debt and all that kind of stuff. It's very important to me to pay it off. It's one of the main reasons why I started this business. So I'm like, why am I not talking about that more? Why am I not more passionate about that? There are so many other people that are working multiple jobs like I used to try to pay off debt. I need to talk about that. And the minute you start actually talking about your own personal solutions, meaning the struggles that you had or have, and this as your solution, the more natural things will come for you. So if you are struggling to post, means you haven't tapped into who you are, means you haven't tapped into what is your why, your 5s. Stop looking around at other people and posting about what they're posting about, right? Lindsay always says this: if you don't want to bring your husband home, don't talk about bringing your husband home just because somebody else is. So keep that in mind. I love that, Elizabeth. Talk about that. And the best part too is, you guys, people don't have to go in debt to start this business, right? It's like one of the best things that we have. All right. So how are we feeling, you guys, about your about planning your content? Do you know what you're going to talk about every single day? Yes. Girl, leave that behind. Leave that behind. Lindsay said this in, I think it was last week's Monday night Zoom. I'm sorry, I can't remember, but I'm pretty sure it was in the Zoom. And she said, what are you leaving in 2021? I want you to write that down. So in December, so my planner goes from like, I started this one in, what the heck, what month did I start this in? November. So for me in December, this particular planner, you guys, has where you reflect on your month. So I reflected on last month and I wrote down what I'm leaving in 2022 or 2021. And then it has where you have to write down all of your goals for the month. And I wrote down and writing down what I'm bringing into 2022 with me. So whatever you want to leave behind, you can. You just have to choose to leave it behind. That's the only person that can make it happen is you. So what are you leaving behind in 2022? And what are you bringing into 2020? I'm sorry, I'm getting the years all backwards. Maybe I need that extra patch on. Why did I take it off? Clearly, I was doing much better with it on. What are you leaving in 2021? What are you bringing into 2022? Yes, share other success stories, you guys. Absolutely. Share other success stories, share other people winning, share what they're doing or so on and so forth. For example, I'm not a mom yet. We are on the trying part of that. So I can't relate to a lot of moms, but I can talk about it, right? I can talk about my friends that are being able to stay home with their babies or whatever they're creating and so on and so forth. I try to talk about other people's stories as if they're also like part of my story because I'm on the journey with them, right? You're on the journey with me. So I have so many people that are always like, hey, like, can I talk about your MS or can I bring you into a chat with somebody with MS? Absolutely. Talk about it. You're on this journey with me, right? So don't be afraid to talk about these things. I love that. Yep. Lindsay is hosting an op Zoom on Tuesday. So you can share that into your stories today and tomorrow, you guys, and then you can drop the Zoom link. Don't be afraid to get on your stories and do your own mini opportunity stuff. Don't be afraid to get live on Facebook and do your own opportunity event. Go live on Instagram. Do your own opportunity. Talk about it. Y'all, you do not have to be somewhere to share where you're going. If you didn't earn the VIPs, doesn't mean somebody out there isn't desperate for $800 cash bonus right now. Talk about it. Just because you don't have the auto bonus yet doesn't mean that somebody else isn't desperate to try to come and work and get a paid for car. Talk about it. People don't just want to join you once you've reached the destination. They want to go with you on the journey. So take them along for the journey. Okay. So now we're going to talk stories real quick, and we're going to talk focused IPAs. So obviously IPAs every single day, right? So we do that. We have our full round of IPAs. I know that for us, we get it posted into a group chat every single day. I'm sure if maybe you're a leader or so on, and you post it into your team chat. So every day we have our list of IPAs, right? You get on the work with me, you can knock those out or set your own work with me time. Find a recorded work with me and do your IPAs. The rest of the day is focused IPA for me. So what does that mean? That means whenever I'm on my phone or going into social media, I'm focused and I set either a timer. I'm very like you guys, this is something that helped me a ton. I set timers. I pretend like I am clocking into a job because this is my job. This is a career for me. So guess what? I may not have someone saying, hey, you need to clock in at this time and that time, but I personally make it for myself. I pretend, I set my timers. That's me clocking in. So if an ad pops up with a cute, comfy, cozy, like legging set, because I'm totally into that, I don't look at those because my timer's going. So I know I got to circle back when my timer's done. So I stay focused. If I don't set timers, I'm everywhere. Next thing you know, I was supposed to be adding and I'm watching reels. not adding. So I set timers, keeps me focused. So for me personally, and this is something that Linz has posted too for how to keep your focused IPAs. On Mondays, I add. So my focused IPA is adding to my network. On Tuesday, my focused IPA is interactions. On Wednesday, focused IPA is 3-2-1s. And then I start all over again. Thursday, focused IPA is adding. Friday, focused IPA is interactions. Saturday, focused IPA is 3-2-1s. And on Sunday, focused IPA is planning. So what does that mean when I'm planning? That means that I am here on the planning Zoom, right? But I'm also in my reels saving sounds. So anything that's a trending sound, I save it because I'm going to decide what day I'm going to do content. I plan out if there are things that I need. So like I will go through my photos. I put my preset on my photos. I drop it into a folder that says posts. So I already have pictures for the week. I will go through and maybe create some new posts. So I get those planned for the week. So I plan on all different areas. If I'm going to do different types of like giveaways, or let's just say I'm going to do different types of like I'm going to do $25 off. So because I have credits and I have a lot of credits, so I'm going to do $25 off. So guess what? I'm going to decide what I'm going to talk about those days, right? So I get planned on that area. The next thing is stories, you guys. And this is something that I personally, I feel like your stories is where it's at, right? People are looking at them. People are coming to see who you are. People are like, hey, who's this girl? What's this girl all about, or guy all about, right? So in your stories is where you're most real. Share your life, share your kids, share what you're doing, share Thrive. Take them through your morning routine every single morning. Take them through what this opportunity is doing for you, so on and so forth. So personally, I like to, on Mondays, I like to post before and after photos. I kind of like to do before and after photos every other day. So I'll do before and after photos, and then I'll talk about the opportunity. Then the next day I'll talk about the products, and I do an opportunity story slide. Then the next day I'm posting before and afters, or maybe I'm like a slides explaining the products, and then I'm talking about the opportunity. And then the following day, do you see, because your stories run for 24 hours. So pretty much in 24 hours spanned, they're listening to me talk about the products and seeing slides about the products. They're listening to me talk about the business. They're seeing an opportunity slide. The reason why I like to do that is because some people are better if you're face-to-face talking to them. Some people are better just watching a slide or seeing a slide. That's all they want. So this way it helps me to interact with both people on, or both types of people on my stories. It also, to me personally, I just like to do that because I don't like to just be all slides. I like to be different, right? And it might be me talking about the product and be like, you guys, I had so much freaking laundry to do. And thank goodness for this energy that this product is giving me, because I legit was just like a mad woman and folded so many like loads of laundry. Like, thank you. If you are laundry, like drowning in your laundry, talk to me. I got the energy for you, right? That's me talking about the products. I'm not sitting here being like, it has X, Y, and Z products or ingredients in it, so on and so forth. So I'm just kind of talking like that. So that's what I like to do every single day. And I just switch back and forth. If you have something personal going on, talk about it in your stories. Like we have the retreat. I'm leaving for a road trip with my parents. Like we are driving, I'm from Michigan. We're driving down to Florida. And my dad's freaked out about weather. We were supposed to leave on Wednesday because it's supposed to snow. I'm pretty sure it's only supposed to even like just drizzle. And he's just like freaking out. So now we're leaving on Tuesday. So guess what? I'm going to be talking a lot in my stories this week about that, about being on a road trip with my parents. I'm 35 years old, leaving my husband behind, peace, going with my parents on a trip. It's going to be fun. So talk about those things. If your kids have events and you're able to go to them because of this business, talk about it. So I'm going to go ahead and just mute myself for a couple minutes so you guys can plan out your stories, and then I'll wrap things up. All right, guys, the next thing is I want you to look at, these are just some things, and then I'll let you guys go, and then you can kind of play into this. Do you need to check in with auto ship customers? Some people don't, some people, they already know. Personally, at the beginning of the month, I like to check in with everybody I see scheduled for an auto shipment. I just let them know, hey, you have an auto shipment scheduled for X date. Please let me know if you have any questions. I just do it at the first of the month. Just because then I don't have to try to worry about it or do it any other time. So I check in before the 5th, I check in with all of my customers to let them know, hey, you have something scheduled. Let me know if you need any help changing anything, or if you'd like to try any new products to hit your goals, and so on and so forth, right? So I have that in here. If you are somebody that maybe sends out thank yous, so maybe you send out thank yous, or you send out stuff like that, set a day in your calendar, or monthly, and that's the day you do it. So for me personally, the first week is when I like to try to knock those things out. So anybody that ordered from me last month, I'm going to go ahead and write my thank you or send out whatever I'm going to do. Maybe I'm going to send them credits. So I send them each a text message and just let them know, hey, I'm so excited for you. Thank you for your order last month. I just want to let you know I have $10 in credits for you to help cover shipping. So let me know if I can help you get an order scheduled or get your auto ship set up, like whatever, right? In case you had somebody that decided they didn't want to keep the auto shipment, they wanted it turned off, maybe offer them something like that. So I personally like to do that within the first week-ish, is really just close out last month, right? So sending out my products, if I'm sending out anything to my auto ship customers, so on and so forth. And then checking in with my customers. Do you need to check in with your team? Right? Is there people on your team that you need to check in with? Do you need to maybe schedule a one-on-one with your enroller? Maybe message them and say, hey, I'd like to really schedule a one-on-one so that I can get ready for my goals, and so on and so forth, or whatever. And you guys, you have to think about it like this. Nobody knows what you need unless you say it. So the more you're like, well, I don't want to say anything, I don't want to bother them. That's what we're here for. That's what they're there for. But they can't help you if you don't tell them, right? So how do you organize your potentials? Okay, planning photos. So for me personally, when I plan photos, I will make a content day. So that's another thing I was going to touch on. Do you need to have a content day? Do you need to take photos? Do you need to get your reels batched out? Y'all, it's not like every single day I'm making a reel and then posting it. I'm batching my content. The fact that I'll be gone for almost 2 weeks, I'm literally going to be batching 2 weeks worth of content. So this way I am ready and I don't have to worry just in case. And I can always save my videos and place them to songs that are trending, even if for some reason in the next 2 weeks, something goes out of trend. Right. So I have like tomorrow is my creating day. So I have to create content. I need to get my reels done, so on and so forth. So plan your days. Do you need content days? For photos, you can do multiple different ways for photos. You can personally go through your photos that you have. Maybe some didn't make it at the time. Put your preset on it. I save it and I have an iPhone. I have a folder that's called posts and then it goes right into there. So this way I know every single week, that's where all my photos are for the week. As I use them, I take them out of there. Then this way I know what I have and so on and so forth. You can always put your phone into video mode. So you can put it into video mode and like put it somewhere, take a bunch of pictures, just make sure you pause for long enough that you can grab the still shot of it or screenshot. And you can do that as well. I don't have somebody walking around taking my photo, y'all. Like I honestly, Keith took my before and afters and I was like, okay, you need to get the whole, like my whole body. He didn't even get my feet. I was like cut off. And my face looked awful. And he's like, okay, here you go. And then I asked for another one and I had to wait 2 hours until he would take another photo of me. So, I mean, I'm telling you, I love the man to death, but he's not Mr. Photographer. So I personally set my timer. I have like, if you want to buy one of those things, you can. I personally just either set a timer or I will walk around with the video mode. I walk around, put it on anything. I don't have fancy stuff. I just got a cool ring light. And I don't even turn the ring light on half the time. I just put my phone in the stand. So yeah, it takes terrible photos. I'm like, do you want to come home? Because you keep saying that. I need you to step it up. Like just, there needs to be like, I think Rob needs to do a class for all the men on how to take photos. How do I organize my potentials? So personally, my potentials are in my phone. And the reason why I do that is I am a very much a pen to paper person. But I noticed with my potentials list, if I wasn't home, it was very hard for me to remember to then put them on my list. So I actually have a widget. So this is how my phone is set up, you know, on iPhones. If you guys don't have iPhones, sorry, I don't know how to help you, but I got to change over. But I have a widget set up and my potential list is right there as a widget. So it's in my notes. So this way, every time I have somebody that messages me, that says like, oh, hey, whatever, I go and I just hit my potential list. I don't even have to scroll through my notes. It's right there on a widget. And then I have it broken down. So it says January 2022, and I start typing all the names. And then I have December, November. So everybody's all in here. Those are all my potentials list. That's how I keep them organized. Is shipping usually a standard rate? So on average, it's like $10 to $15 for shipping, I would say, but I would say $15 is substantial. I'm sorry, I think Rochelle was, or somebody was typing. So I would say $15 is substantial. So you could always say like, I'm sending you $15 in credit to help cover shipping. So if there's a little bit extra, then there is. And if like shipping was only $10, then they get a little bit more. You can always look on past orders too. Yep, you can do timers on your photos. I agree with Rob training. We might need to put that in the chat. So somebody has Google Keep. That's perfect. I love it. So Rochelle says, I create a new one every month and organize them into promoter or customer. Yep, perfect. I love that. So, yeah. So personally, you guys too, when it comes to the potential list, I write down like where they came from. So I write their name, if it's from FB or Instagram, and then I write down either promoter or product. So I kind of know. I keep all messages too. I'm not somebody that deletes messages. So that's just me too. So I can always like circle back if I need to. That's one of the reasons, you guys, I don't voice memo a ton. And the reason being is I want to be able to circle back and read what we talked about. So if I have a ton of voice messages, like I will voice message once I get the meat and potatoes of what's going on. And the reason why I do that is so I can always circle back and know what they're fighting for or so on. Microsoft Notes is good. Yeah, you guys, honestly, there are so many apps like this thingy, whether you have a Galaxy, I don't even know the names of everything anymore, or an iPhone or whatever, there are apps, there are all different tools. This is literally like the best tool you can possibly have. Personally, for me, I have all Apple products. So my notes are connected to my MacBook. So no matter where I'm at, everything is connected. And I love that. So I can be wherever and get it. So if anybody has any other questions, I'll stay on to answer those. But you guys, otherwise, you should feel very, very good because you are prepped and ready for this next week. And I promise if this was your first week of planning, it will get easier as you do it. Plus, you will be able to take what you did this week and bring it into next week. You'll notice, like, honestly, you guys, that's all I do. I just kind of carry over and create those routines, add and adjust where I need to, right? Or pivot, as we like to call it. So I hope you guys all have a great first week of the month, a great first week of the year. This is where y'all, when they say 90 days is your paycheck, you create your paycheck in 90 days. If you had a shit last 90 days, I'm just going to, sorry, I know there's a little, I apologize. I don't think she, okay, cool. Thank you. I apologize. I caught it at the end. If you had a crap last 90 days, start now because in April, you'll be getting those paychecks. Think of how soon April is going to be here. You set the tone right now, you guys. Literally, you set the tone right now. Take baby steps every single day because I'm telling you right now that compound effect by December 2022, you will look back and be like, dang. And this is what I told my downline yesterday when we were talking. I said, Lindsay always says, we know what it's like to quit on ourselves. Stop stopping. Here's the thing, you guys, if anything is thrown at you, just keep moving. Even if it's turtle slow, like even if it's like, I had a bad day, but I was able to do one or two things, keep moving, right? Always keep showing up and keep moving. Cause I promise you the compound of all of those things does pay off. So I hope you guys all have a great rest of your week. Happy New Year, y'all. And I will see you guys all next week. Bye. Oh, the recording will be on my YouTube channel. And then I'll also share it into the team page. I'm Christina Tammy too, by the way. I am so sorry. I'm definitely not Lynn's, y'all. I don't have the pretty long hair and the words of wisdom that she always comes up with, but I'm Christina Tammy. So it'll be on my YouTube channel. All right, guys, I'll talk to you later. Bye.